Welcome back to Kiesel News, everybody. To start today off, we have news on the reported voice cast for Secret Level, that video game anthology series. And the interesting thing is that basically all of these actors have been in a piece of media that's been related to a game of some kind in some way. Like Kevin Hart, he was in the Borderlands movie. Gabriel Luna, he played Ghost Rider, which technically is part of Marvel games. Tamara Merton has been part of Star Wars games, and obviously Arnold and Patrick Schwarzenegger. Yeah, overall this cast is very good. People who have experience with video games overall, and I think that was an interesting choice. Next up, we have news about Plants vs. Zombies 3. So I, like basically anyone else in the Plants vs. Zombies fandom, I have been very disappointed with Plants vs. Zombies 3. The only thing that I think it has over the other games so far is the increase in story. Even then, the story isn't even that good, but like it's at least something. But other than that, the game is just completely shit. So it's being taken offline again to be fixed, quote unquote. But will it be fixed? I severely doubt it. I hope it will be, but this is what, the 5th time it seems like it's been pulled off. I don't understand what's so hard about making a good Plants vs. Zombies game. Like, to me, it's kind of like Pokemon, where you can kind of just build upon the same formula and just make sure you always add new shit to it each time, but keep the same core gameplay loop, right? So I don't understand how the game has, like, fucking regressed from the previous entries. Regardless, though, I do hope the game eventually does come out and it's in a good state, but I'm not very optimistic. Alright, next up, we have news that the God of War live-action show is starting over from scratch, because the showrunner and the executive producers all left after multiple scripts were already created, because the studio wanted to move in a different direction, even though they were happy with the previous scripts, I guess. So, this does not bode well for the show, in my opinion, because I feel like anytime a show gets massively overhauled, it doesn't end up working well, especially if like the people were originally happy with the scripts. If the studios were happy with the scripts, then that implies that something might have happened between the showrunners and the producers and the studio, and it's just because of like drama or something that they axed them, and it's not actually that they want to go in a different creative direction. Because why would they have suddenly praised something and then they just decide to change up the entire thing if they were so fond of it, you know? TikTok's algorithm supposedly promotes beautiful people and reduces the visibility of less attractive users. If this is true, I can totally see it being the case. I mean, I think there's a reason why a lot of the people who blow up are more conventionally attractive, and I don't know. I don't think that's right. You know, it's different if one thing. It'd be one thing if it's just because people are more drawn to attractive people, and then that puts them more in the algorithm. But if the algorithm is purposely pushing people that it's engineered to find more attractive, that's fucked up, because one, that means that the TikTok algorithm is finding teenagers attractive. Like, what the fuck, dude? What's up with the TikTok algorithm, dude, man? Not only is it finding teenagers attractive, but on another note, it means that the quality of the content that you're going to be finding on your For You page is going to go down. Because I guarantee you that just because someone is attractive doesn't mean their content is overall better. And I think at the end of the day, what you should be looking for is good content, not how attractive a person is. So I really hope the algorithm changes. No, okay, I just wanted to point this out. I don't know why someone would ask Tom Hardy if he wanted to fight Spider-Man as Venom. I mean, why wouldn't he? What person wouldn't want to do that? Like, that would just equate likely a bigger paycheck for Tom Hardy, because if he's in a project with Spider-Man, it's likely a project that's going to get more money than just a solo Venom project. I think this was just a stupid question, but I do hope that Tom Hardy's Venom actually does at least get to interact with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, or any of the Spider-Men for that matter, because it's kind of just been in its own pocket, hasn't really interacted. I mean, we got that tease at the end of No Way Home, but that was like immediately reversed, so yeah, that's unfortunate. Spider-Man 2 is releasing on PC January 30th. That there's another PS5 exclusive down the drain. Now, I'm hoping that this won't bite me in the ass, and Persona 6 won't be a PS5 exclusive. I'm not really advocating for more PS5 exclusive, because that just means I don't have to buy a PS5, but I still can't help but find it funny how we're over 5 years into the console's launch, and there's like 2 unique PlayStation 5 games. Everything else can be bought on the PS4 or other consoles. Discord is releasing an In Case You Missed It feature. This is awesome, if you ask me, because there's nothing worse than when you're the person who goes to sleep a few hours before everyone else, and then you have like an entire Bible's worth of messages to catch up on, and you have to scroll, and it's way better that there's just a new feature where you can just get an instant recap of all the important messages. But I do wonder how they're going to format it, right? Like, how are they going to pick and choose what messages are important? Like, maybe it'll be based on length of the message, or the most replies to a certain message? Who knows? Subnautica 2 has officially been announced at the Xbox third-party showcase today. That was really the only thing interesting announced. I know I said I was going to give like a whole recap, but other than that, it was just Animal Well being brought to Xbox, and that was basically it, honestly. But this was a huge fucking announcement. I'm not big on Subnautica myself, but my friend is fucking obsessed with it, so they were very, very happy to see this announced, and I definitely wasn't expecting it. When I think of Xbox, I do not think of fucking Subnautica. So yeah, definitely a cool little surprise. We're basically getting an old man Daredevil series where he's no longer Daredevil, just Matt Murdock, but he still has the same personality and everything. And yeah, they're comparing it to a Logan-esque thing, and Logan is fire, so the fact that we're getting something like that for Daredevil is just amazing. This is going to be so great. You know, it's rare nowadays. I'm excited for like a Marvel comic. I mean, I barely even read any Marvel comics, but like, I don't think that there's really one that stands out. I feel like it's all just kind of rehashes of old stuff, or just like new versions of heroes that are just either women now or younger versions of the characters. Like, there's no actual new shit in comics, and this is something new. So this is yeah, definitely exciting. Speaking of Daredevil, Daredevil Born Again is officially premiering on March 4th. That is way sooner than I expected, because that means that we're only like 4 months out of release, or like 5 months really. And like usually they would hype something like this up a lot more. You know, like I feel like they would have at least given like a teaser, or we would have got some leaks from production. And as far as I'm aware, we've had like nothing at all. I mean, it's not like I'm super big on any of the Marvel leaks now. I've kind of fallen off. But if there's any Marvel project that I'll watch, it'll be Daredevil. Especially after seeing the trailer, I saw the leaked New York Comic Con one, and it looks as good as the original series. It doesn't even feel like Disney-fied or anything like that. I mean, I know that the original is technically produced under Disney, but you know what I mean. It doesn't feel like an MCU project with the same humor or anything like that. It obviously still has its humor, but it's different. It's Daredevil. It feels like more Daredevil, and that's exactly what I was hoping for. I think this is the rare case where taking the time to revamp the show from scratch actually did end up working, and I'm immensely excited to see what happens with this.